Hello, my dear ones. Thank you for coming back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. We are all about here fragrances, and for today, as you could see from the title, I have another first impression kind of like unboxing fragrance video. And as I'm increasing my fragrance collection, obviously I'm doing also videos, so that's something that I wanted to share with you. I'm super excited because I have different fragrances. We have here Oriental, Middle Eastern fragrances, we have celebrity fragrances, we have very well-known fragrances and designer fragrances, so all kind of categories here. So I do hope that this is something that you would like to watch and as well enjoy. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope to see you also with more frequency on my channel as well. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Just click on that button. And also to stay notified about my upcoming videos, feel free to click on the notification bell. And if you're a returning channel reviewer and visitor, thank you so much. I really appreciate all your support. And I want to share with you, of course, my experience, my first thought about different fragrances. Of course, there are so many fragrances, and obviously we try to share our knowledge, our experience with different fragrances, and do hope that this is something that helps you with your next fragrance purchases, or it's something that you might learn and might change your mind in regards to different fragrances that they are out there. And I do hope that my videos will help you to make wise choices. And let's get into it. As you can see here, this is the box that I have. I just received this fragrance order. And if you don't know me by now, I'm usually shopping online at outlet stores. And the reason for that being the fact that I've noticed that there's a tendency of retail shops of hyping up the prices literally per fragrancy. Sometimes you can see a difference of 20 to 50 euros, and that's a lot because that's an amount that you could invest in another fragrance, or you might need to invest it somewhere else. And therefore, when I shop, I try to look over different websites, different prices, comparisons, and see which one is the best option, best deal for me. And that's how I shop. One of the fragrances here that I'm going to start with, it's a super hype fragrance on YouTube. It's a fragrance that it has been for a while now, but I didn't have the chance to purchase it yet. And it's a celebrity fragrance. It's nonetheless than Reb'l Fleur by Rihanna. I liked also the idea how it comes the fragrance. So you have this cover outside with Rihanna smelling a rose. I'm curious if it has rose notes. It's 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce. And I liked, many people were talking about it. I liked also the bottle, how it looks like. I checked also on Fragrantica, and I could find only the 30 milliliter version, so I took advantage of it. I think it's more than enough given the fact that I have so many fragrances in my collection. It's absolutely beautiful. The cover here, the details, it can be held also like this. It's very interesting. Okay, so this is very fruity, vanilla-like, coconut sweet accords and notes I can see here. But other than that, if you check on Fragrantica, you will see that it mentions patchouli, musky, amber, lactonic, and woody chords. Usually the ambers, they have this dark brownish, dark yellowish color. That's typical for the fragrance that contains amber. And this is considered to be a cheaper fruity fragrance, and it was launched back in 2010. It was created by two perfumiers. One of them is Marie-Pierre Julien, and the other one is Caroline Savas. And what I can say is that indeed this is for those women that they are sexy, the one that they want to be daring, someone that wants to be a memorable person. So once you wear it, for sure, men around you will remember you. Um, it's a glamorous fragrance, and as we know, Rihanna, she's glamorous, she's chic, she's elegant, she's outstanding. So it's kind of her, I would say. And there are different versions as well. And basically, this bottle should represent a heel, high heel, basically. And it's adorned with the silken ribbons and the golden ring, as I showed you here on the stopper. And what I know is that it's super adored by many, even men. Even if you check Jeremy Fragrance's YouTube channel, he will mention that this is the best coconutty and vanilla fragrance. He finds it super sexy, and I cannot agree more than that. It's a really nice one. I'm curious also how much it's going to last. Obviously, as with hype up fragrances, they are flankers. So the other flankers that might be still available there, but so far I didn't manage to find them, would be Rihanna Nude, Reb'l Fleur Love Always, or 777 Nude by Rihanna Diamond. So they're quite a lot. So, pick and choose. And I think it's going to be a very interesting one. I still have to figure out when I'm going to wear it, how I'm going to wear it, you know. But to me, it's a very unique, very well welcomed fragrance into my collection, and I'm really, really happy that I managed to put my hands on it. Then we have here next one, a fragrance that was, not so long ago launched. It was launched in 2021. It's a fragrance from Avon. Its name is Maxima Icon, and this is a newer version because it used to have Avon the Maxima, which is in a yellow goldish bottle. This one is, as I could see in the catalog from Avon, it's more pinky. Yes. I'm going to just place here the bottles and boxes. So again, a very nice presentation of the bottle. As you can see, very nice details. Price-wise, it's not expensive. It's very affordable. And it is, I would say, very elegant. They pay attention to the details, even though it's, plastic, but the details on it are stunning. And this is having main accords of woody, citrus, amber, soft spicy, white floral, leather, sweet, yellow floral, and animalic accords. It smells really nice. It's different from the original Maxima. The original one, I couldn't stand it. Even though I had it in my collection, I had to give it away, unfortunately. I gave it as a gift to someone. I couldn't deal with it, even though, between Avon perfume shoppers, it was really, really hyped, very well known, very well taken, into the fragrance community. And basically, we have here in the top notes pink pepper. I love fragrances with pink pepper. I have quite a few. It has also mandarin orange and hivernal. We have in the middle then jasmine, ylang ylang, and snowdrops. And the base notes are amber, precious woods, and leather. So if you like leather and you don't want to invest too much in your fragrances, or if you are really curious into see some fragrances that they're not so hyped, they're not so well known, not many people have it, I would suggest you this one. When I see this bottle, it reminds me of the ancient Greek mythology. That's what, with these bear leaves here all around, also here on the bottle, if you can see it. I'll try to zoom it in so you can see it. And I think it's, yes, it's eau de parfum. So it's going to last you. Usually the fragrances from Avon, which are in EDP, so eau de parfum version, they last. There's also a male version to it. So, you know, if you want to try it out, to give it as a gift for your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance, brother maybe, then I think it's worth it. It's a nice fragrance, both women, both male. They're available also in 10 milliliter travel size bottles. So, you know, you can try it out if you're not sure if this is for you or not. That's what I did. I tested the 10 milliliter version and I finished it in 1 week. So that says a lot, I think. And it reminds me a bit of La Vie est Belle, a bit in the beginning, but it's also much sweeter. So I would need to test it out again and see how much it's going to last because, you know, when you have new fragrances, that's what we do. We test them and we play around with them to understand how they work, how much you need to put. You know, sometimes you might need to top up, but time will say that. Then the next fragrance is perfume. That again, it was hyped up. I kind of like ripped up the box, the package here to make it easier to open it because I've noticed it's a bit complicated. You know, the packaging, the box, how it is. It's not the standard box that you just open up on the top and finish. You're done. It has this ribbon here that you have to just turn around. And this is Touch by Burberry. You know, Burberry has this classic style of box. Just to show you how it's interesting inside the packaging. I purchased this first of all because um, I knew the fragrance. I used to have it from one of my friends. I got a very small leftover from it because she was leaving the country and she gave me the bottle because she didn't want to carry it, obviously. And I know the fragrance very well. I used to like it a lot. I just couldn't wait to buy the whole bottle. Just that back then I didn't had you know, the possibilities to find it and buy it. But now in this outlet store, I found it and I put my hands on it, as you could see. It's not something very complex when it comes to the bottle. It's very minimalistic, very simple. The cap is from wood. It has here the plasticky thing, and that's how it is basically. You can also put it like this if you want, upside down, just out of curiosity, if you know you're bored to hold it like this. And this is also eau de parfum, 50 milliliters or 1.7 fluid ounce. It has very high concentration of alcohol as usually the fragrances. It's 80%. And it was made in France as per the bottom note here. And going to the accords, we have here fruity, woody, white floral, fresh accords, as well as sweet, warm, spicy, aromatic, vanilla, and soft, spicy. And we have also here some points that I wanted to mention, that this is a very old fragrance. It was launched in 1998 when I was 10 years old. The nose behind this fragrance is Michel Girard. Top notes we have again red pepper, cassia, blackberry, cranberry, black currant, rose oil, and orange. So as we see, we have spiciness, we have citrusiness, we have a bit of flower from the rose oil. Then it goes down to more florals in the middle because we have here lily of the valley, we have jasmine, we have tuberose, peach, peony, lily, and raspberry. So a lot of florals. And the base notes are cedar, vanilla, green almonds, tonka bean, and oak moss. So we have a lot of notes going on here. And even though it's so complex when it comes to the notes, it has too many ingredients. On me, what stands out is the pepper, the fruits, the berries here, and then some kind of floral. I cannot really pinpoint if it's the peony or tuberose or lily of the valley, because it's, you know, it's not a clear note. It's well blended. And then a bit of woodiness here at the notes, the bottom. And I would say that this is a very classic, very well-known fragrance by most of you. There are many fragrances out there from Burberry. There are different options, but this is something that I knew, I was familiar with, and I really missed it. And I said, I have to have it. Um, you know, it's a very vintagey fragrance, you know, so I must have it. It brings me back to old time, to the time when I was a student, you know, and I really like this, and I'm so happy to have it again in my collection. Um, if I would have to say, you know, as a characteristic as a person, I would say that this is you know, maybe like a serious person, too polite person. So that's how I would characterize it, as, you know, simple person, same as the bottle. Now, how much it's going to last on my skin, again, time will tell. When I'm going to wear it, I have to play around it, because, as mentioned, I had the chance previously to have just a small quantity, so I couldn't really use it so much as I wanted it. But keep in mind that I will be doing individual reviews for each fragrance, and then I'll give you further details, further feedbacks. Then we have here also another celebrity fragrance, which I liked, and it's Britney Spears Circus Fantasy. I think now I have all the bottles that they come in this ball circle shape with crystal imitation like stones. So this one comes in 3.3 fluid ounce, which is 100 milliliter. And as you can see on the packaging, that's how the bottle is. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so this one has sweet notes, sweet accords, floral, fruity, vanilla, and somewhat powdery. And it's actually a fragrance that my girls here pointed out, and they wanted it because we had almost all of them. And they said they wanted, they liked the bottle. Then I did some reviews, and I found out that it's a very interesting fragrance. This was basically launched back in 2009, around July, August, and it was created in a cooperation with Elizabeth Arden. She's very well known perfumier. She has a lot of fragrances in her portfolio. And, you know, I like Elizabeth Arden in general. And we have here in the top notes, sugar, apricot blossom, raspberry. In the middle notes, again, flower notes. So we have water lily, orchid, and peony. And the base notes here would be, we have woody notes, sweet notes, like candy sugar notes, I would say, vanilla, violet, and musk. And as I know, they are coming in different sizes as well. Me, I went for the largest one because it's an interesting one. It's also floral, um, you know, and usually with fragrances, what happens is that you spray initially, and then you need to leave it to develop, to grow on you. So what I like is that it's sweet, floral, and, you know, it's something that I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser. I see it as not, you know, like a strong one that's punching you in your face. It's not loud. And, you know, it can come down to some of us sour. I would need again to see how it comes down on my skin. But for now, from first sniff, so to call it, I think it's a nice fragrance. It's a cute bottle as well overall, you know. It's it's unique. All of them, this from the fantasy line, they have this ribbon-like detail, and you know, it's a really interesting one. So for now, we're going to have this one down, and I have here next one, a fragrance that I was like, shall I buy it? Do I need it? I don't need it. But then, you know, I said I must have it because, you know, it's one of those ones that everybody hypes about it. And I went with Narciso Rodriguez For Her. This is the eau de toilette version, 50 milliliters, 1.6 fluid ounce. And what is really important, because For Her has also an EDP version. So people tend to confuse the two together. And that's why I said, okay, I am going to go into it a bit and explain it to you guys as well, so you don't make the mistakes. Because what happens, interestingly, is that the eau de toilette comes into this pinky bottle. However, if you check inside, it's black, and also the bottle is black. So this is how it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's this shiny bottle, if you can see. And I absolutely like the simplicity of the box and the bottle. And what I know, because I smelled also the EDP side by side with the EDT, is that even though it's an eau de toilette, this one, it has a very great projection, a good sillage, also very good longevity. So I don't see the point to purchase the eau de parfum. I would even say that the eau de toilette outperforms the EDP, at least when I tested them side by side. And if you are not familiar with this fragrance, this it has in its signature heart musk, and surrounded by osmanthus notes as well, amberwood, and I would say it goes into the elegant fragrance category. And I know that, you know, Narciso Rodriguez has usually in its signatures the musky, powdery notes, and his musk in his creation, it's very unique. It's different from the other musks. It's clean. It's not that, you know, distinguishable synthetic musk. This is what I like at him, and that's why I went with another one, because I have the square shaped um, musk version as well from Narciso Rodriguez. And this was launched back in 2003. It was created by Christine Nagel and Francis Courdijan. And we have here in the top notes African orange flower, osmanthus, and bergamot. And in the middle notes we have amber and musk. And the base notes are vetiver, vanille, and patchouli. And I have to point out this because it's something unique so far in the fragrances that I so far mentioned and I purchased, is that this perfume is the winner of two awards. One of them is Fifi Award Fragrance of the Year Women's Nouveau Niche 2004, and Fifi Award Fragrance of the Year Women's Nouveau Niche in 2007. So it's an award-winning fragrance. So I think that says a lot. The other Narciso Rodriguez fragrance that I have is Narciso Poudre, the pink, I would say cream pink square bottled ones, because there's also Eau de Parfum Ambre, which is this um, more orange kind of bottle, like creamy orange. There's also Narciso Rodriguez, there's Narciso Rodriguez For Him. So there are lots of options to choose from. I heard one of the best options about this. There's also Pure Musk For Her, which I heard it's really nice, and it's a very qualitative musk. So if you're looking for that, I can recommend that, even though I didn't smell it. But knowing so far Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, I can rest assured that that version is as well an amazing one, because he has great creations, great details when it comes to the mask. There's also Fleur the mask for her. Then I think the Mask Noir Rose for her was recently launched. So, you know, plenty of options to choose from. What I would say is that, you know, if you're looking for a gift for a more mature woman, I would say around 30 plus, this would be perfect because it is for, you know, mother's gift or just a birthday, you know. I think it's pretty safe. The only thing is make sure that the person to whom you intend to buy this fragrance loves musk, because musk is what stands out. Um, it's something that I would say that a confident woman would wear. Maybe even a sexy woman, a sophisticated one, because it's a very complex fragrance, but at the same time, you know, simple. So I would be really, really triggered to see how it's going to perform, how long, how many hours. And as mentioned so far with the other fragrances, I will come back with reviews. And let's put also the box here behind so we have them together. Then I have here a 10 milliliter version. I think, yes, it's 10 milliliter. It's Away Aurora. It's something that Avon launched recently. It's from the Away series. It's the one that comes in a circle shape. It has a white top and the bottle is a purplish one. I didn't went for the full bottle because I wasn't sure if I'm going to like it, because just from the notes, it seems that there are too many things going on. I mean, also the accords they have here, it's vanilla, lactonic, floral, aquatic, aromatic, fresh, powdery, sour, warm spicy, soft spicy. So there's a lot going on here. And, you know, it's an amber vanilla fragrance for women, and it was launched last year. And we have top notes of cardamom, pink pepper, Italian lemon. So we have spices with citrusy notes. Then we have in the middle notes yogurt, water lily, and rose. And the base notes we have cedar, vetiver, and bourbon vanilla. So at first impression, I can say it's not one of the top fragrances out there. I don't really like it. And that's my honest first impression. I do love the other fragrances that I have from Avon, and I'm happy that I didn't went for the full bottle because I don't think I'm going to like it. But so when you spray it, you get obviously the peppers here, and I need to leave it to see how it performs. There's a lot of alcohol that I can distinguish. Now the lemon comes through, and a bit of flowers. So I would expect that because there is yogurt in it to be more lactonic, but let's leave it to dry a bit. All right, so the vanilla is beautiful here, but I'm not so far convinced. I have so far fragrances with pink pepper, vanilla, so I don't really see the point of purchasing a full bottle. And you know, that's going to be something that I'm going to use as a tester, and that's it. I'm not going to invest for the full bottle. And the last fragrance in my shopping cart is from the Middle Eastern Oriental fragrance category. It's none the other but Belle from Al Haramain. It's a fragrance for women. Now, this is a very cheap fragrance price-wise, but seeing the accords, notes, the bottle, I said I must have it. It's beautiful, beautiful. As you can see here, the details. I love the cover, the cap. We have again the Al Haramain, the name. This beautiful, beautiful detailed rose here. And again, we have the logo of the company. Here we have the name inside. And this has main accords of fruity, aquatic, ozonic, fresh, musky. So I wanted to have something from the Middle Eastern collection with this kind of accords. And I heard that the fragrance is very, very beautiful. Yes, it is. It's floral and fruity and eatable. I mean, like you want to eat it. So that means it's gourmand, in other words. Um, but it's really, really beautiful. The opening, I absolutely love it. It's, you know, it's a bubbly as well. I would say also flirty, um, playful, cheerful. I think it's going to be one of those fragrances that is going to cheer you up when you have those, days. Like I would say maybe it's going to be a Monday fragrance. When you just finished your weekend and you're just like, ugh, I have to go to work or I have to go to school, and you don't know what fragrance to wear. I think this is going to be that cheerful, uplifting kind of like fragrance. It's really, really nice. And let's go into the notes. We have here top notes: blackcurrant blossom, mandarin orange, and grapefruit. So you do get the citrusy when it opens up. And then we have melon and apricot in the middle notes. So fruits, not florals at this point. And the base notes are sweet notes, musk, and sandalwood. So amazing notes, all I can say. And what I would say, a note from the brand, when it comes to this fragrance, they say spray on a bit of Belle and rock the talk. So yes, it does, because it's a cheerful fragrance. So it makes you, happy, uplifting mood, um, you know, a cool vibe, I can say. And it's a really, really nice fragrance. It's my second fragrance in my collection from this brand, Al Haramain. Some of them, they say that they are they're making copies of the originals. And what I can say that so far, I don't have a fragrance that smells like this. I haven't smelled any other fragrance that would be similar or exact the same. But I like it. It gives me this nice warm vibe, and it's really interesting. It's melon mixed with some sweet notes. And it's not something, I don't see that this would be a fragrance that would give you like clowiness or headache. It does has a warmness into it. So it's something that it's a very interesting fragrance. And if you want to know the price, I purchased it for 17 euro, and it's you know a full bottle, so it's 50 milliliters. And as I remember, yes, no, it's 75 milliliters, excuse me. And it's an eau de parfum. So I think it's a great deal. It's a great chippy. I might include this in my chippies videos that's going to come in the near future, because as you could see so far, I've been collecting, collecting, collecting. So it's time to do some interesting videos for you, so you have more options, obviously, and much easier to go through my videos and through my fragrance feedbacks. So the last product that I have here and I received, let's put this beautiful bottle here, there it stays. It's from the company that I usually order my fragrances. It was a fragrance body mist with 0 parabens. Interesting. And it has herbal lemon. It's a fragrance mist. It's a generous quantity. Okay, so basically it adds a sweet and fresh perfume to your skin. Yes, so what I smell, it's pure lemony citrusy notes. That's it, nothing else. It's a generous quantity, 200 milliliters, so it's going to be lasting, and I think it's going to be perfect for this heat that's going to come around here shortly, because we already started having very, very warm weather. So it came exactly on time for me. Now, what I would really, really like to ask you is, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, just do that. Also, if you forgot to click on the notification bell, just click on the buttons there up, and thumbs up if you like this video and if you find it useful. And I would really, really appreciate if you could just put in the comments section your favorite fragrances. Perhaps you can recommend me a few new fragrances that I could add or test and give you my review, my opinion on them. And perhaps you can let me know if you own any of these ones and how do you like them? What do you like about them? And if you don't like them, why? Because, you know, each one of us are different. Each one of us, body's chemistry is different. So the fragrances might be smelling nice on you, but maybe not so nice on me. Or, you know, they might last longer on you. So any feedback that you have, any comment, any remark, please feel free to share. I'm here, and I do love to have interaction, communication with you guys, because, you know, we are in a world where, you know, we are unique. We have different tastes, different noses. So, you know, each one of us might like different things, and that's perfectly fine. And thank you so much for watching my video, my newest one. And until next time, bye bye.